WMBG, FM 97.7 and AM 740. We are Williamsburg's radio station. It is Thursday. It is after 3:15, which means it is time for the Super Sound Showcase brought to you by Culture Fix. And I tell you, I have had the best time just chatting with this cat off air because we've been getting into some interesting philosophical conversations, and I plan on keeping him around afterwards to get more into it. But in the meantime, I figure let's have him play some music and tell us a little bit about himself. So I would like to welcome in Jacob Vanko into the studio. Welcome in.
Man, we just watched a couple funny cat videos. I don't understand what you got out of that.
Cat videos are a metaphor for life, my friend.
All right, I can subscribe to that. So are we going to continue talking about the universe, man?
I think so. We're going on a cosmic trip through time in the studio.
Actually, we kind of are, because if you're broadcasting...
Well, this is true.
How long before, this broadcast gets to, like, Alpha Centauri? Do you know these numbers?
Not off the top of my head, no.
You did not learn this in school?
No, I learned how to count to 10 on my fingers. That was about as far as I got.
That's more than I know. So you're ahead. You're definitely ahead in the broadcasting world in that department. So
Jacob Vanko, as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, he's an interesting dude, and he's also a wonderful musician. You've been playing music for quite some time now.
I don't know the exact time, but it's been a while.
Long
enough for me to be bitter.
Plus or minus 25 years?
How old am I? I shouldn't say how old I am. I should probably make myself appear younger.
Now I am curious, so you have to tell me how old you are.
I'm not quite in my mid-30s, but I'm not in my 20s.
Okay.
So
I'm going to peg you at 33.
Let's do that.
Okay, 33 it is.
All right.
So you've been playing music for, let's say, about 20 years or so. What has that journey been like? Because the sound you have cultivated now is clearly very refined.
Well, it just comes from not wanting to do anything else, mainly work a day job.
That's fair.
So, when I was pretty young, I picked up the guitar, took piano lessons off one of the best piano teachers in the world, my Aunt Leva in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I went to piano lessons kicking and screaming, hating it, not wanting to go, begging to not go, and so that was one of my first experiences with music. My father was a singer-songwriter. Some of his relatives were musicians. My mother's side of the family, my grandfather was a drummer. I had aunts in bands and theater my whole life. My mom has an artistic mind. So it really comes from both sides of my family that really kind of injected the music gene. You think it's a gene? You think it's... What predetermines this?
There's some sort of genetics at play there.
You think so?
I would think so. In the same way that someone can be genetically predisposed to be a good athlete, for example, I think people are definitely predisposed to having a good sense for music and rhythm.
Yeah, for me, it was either music or athlete. I was, you know what I mean? I was obviously genetically predisposed to be a superior athlete than most.
I see that.
So it was either the high jump or the guitar. And much to the dismay of my family, I chose music.
What's your peak high jump? What are we looking at here?
What's the world record?
Gosh, that's a good question. I think like 7, maybe 8 feet, something.
Mine's 9.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, talented, a master of all, and humble too. Humble on top of it all.
Very humble. Yes, I practiced that.
I am the most humble. I am more humble than you could ever realize.
That's correct. I'm the most humble person in this room right now.
Oh, man. So what brought you down here to Williamsburg? Because you said you were from Pennsylvania initially.
Yeah, we rehearsed this question before the show.
You asked me how deep are we getting into this?
How deep are we going to get? So the fluffy answer, the real answer was I moved down here with my ex-girlfriend and my girlfriend at the time, and she had a pretty abusive family and alcoholic family, and she was just over it, and we were both just kind of over it, and we're just like, where do you want to go? And she's like, I have a friend that lives in Virginia Beach, and I was like, okay, let's do that. And then I landed here, and since then, normal life stuff happens. We fall out of love, grow apart, grow up, grow into different people, and I stayed here because I couldn't afford to move back.
All right.
Now here I am.
Now, no pun intended, but since you made that move down to Virginia Beach, you have been making waves in the music scene around here.
That when everyone starts a pun with no pun intended, dead giveaway that the pun is definitely intended, right?
Hang around my show for a while, you'll learn that all puns are intended here.
All right. So where does the word pun even come from? What's it short for?
I have no idea. I think that is it. I think it's just pun.
Really?
I don't think it's short for anything.
It's got to be some kind of like vaudevillian old English kind of.
Loyal listeners, someone look that up. Someone Google it. Call us, 757-565-7401. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we need to know what
before
pun
the
means.
end of the segment, we'll get to the bottom of this. If not, by the end of this part of this segment, in the commercial break, we will Google that, and we will figure it out, and we will have an answer for you.
And maybe a more accurate analogy, because I'm so humble, would be hurricane. I've been making hurricanes in the music, the local music thing.
This
right?
is true.
Waves are just kind of like all right, I guess. You know what I
Category
mean?
7s.
Right, correct.
The likes that no one has ever seen before.
Unseen by Earth.
Now, I can tell just from the little time that I've been chatting with you that you have just kind of this light, playful personality. You have that introspectiveness, kind of a mysterious nature right now. You know, if you threw on like a long black overcoat, you could walk down an alleyway and be that, ooh, who's that mysterious figure right there?
Yeah.
The dark, brooding type almost.
Well, actually, when I got my full ride to Harvard and accepted into the Skull and Bones, that's probably what you're getting there.
I think that's exactly it.
Yeah, I was in a cult for quite a while. And, rubbing shoulders with all these world leaders, which is why I'm able to climb so high in the music industry here. It's mainly because of, my relationships with the Illuminati and all that stuff.
Ah, so that was you behind that then.
That's correct.
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
I started it.
I was wondering because just the angles of the plaid shirt, I'm seeing a lot of triangles hidden in there, so this makes a lot of sense now.
It's all subliminal messaging. There's nothing that I haven't thought of.
I can tell you, this interview for the Super Sound Showcase has been unlike any that I have ever done for this segment before.
Humbly speaking.
Humbly, exactly. Shout out to Culture Fix for enabling this tomfoolery right now.
I think I want to be on a regular on the show.
No, I'm totally on board with this. I'm looking for a co-host. Boom.
All right.
I'll pinch you in 3 to 5, Monday through Friday. Be here.
Let's do it.
So to get back on topic, if only slightly, what I was getting at is that you seem like the type of person who is able to reflect and really dig into your music, especially when you're creating it. Is that the case for you? And if so, do you get that same experience when you're performing as well?
Reflect inward. So I've always been kind of insecure, and I think a lot of singer-songwriters and musicians are. It comes from a complex of look at me, give me validation, give me a pat on the back. So with that insecurity comes, a lot of BS, a lot of chameleon behavior. I want to act like how I think I should act for these people to like me. I want to act how I think I should act for those people to like me. So in my songs that I wrote and in songs that other people wrote, guys of my time, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, I found this like real kind of like, this is me. I mean, come as you are. You know what I mean? Like, and that realness I admired. And as a younger, way more insecure person, always wanting to act how I think I should act to get people to like me, I found like great admiration in someone who was able to just say, to heck with all that. And I'm just going to be me. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, you don't. My dad told me when I was a kid, if everyone in the room likes you, you're probably doing something wrong, because like we were talking about before, everyone experiencing this reality through a vastly different brain. There's just statistically you're never going to have someone that likes you all the time. Everybody like you all the time. Was it Bob Dylan said you can please some of the people all the time, or all the people some of the time, but never all the people all the time, or whatever. And the realness of songwriting is where I really feel like I can be my true self and tell my true story, and without the filter of insecurity and wanting people to like me and wanting people to accept me, which is normal human condition stuff.
Yeah.
So
peeling back all the layers of chameleon, all the different shades of colors, At its core, if you had to put a defining term on it, what would you say your brand, your style of music is? How would you describe it? Authentic?
Yeah, authentic.
Care to elaborate on that?
I love authenticity. I love food that's made from scratch. I love clothes that are made, from people who care about making clothes. The authenticity, I feel like, is getting lost in today's culture. You don't find much authenticity on social media. Authenticity is tangible. It's felt, it's touched, and that's, look at the music world today. I'm not trying to go on this like diatribe of bashing music today, but I mean, we can look at pop music today, and a lot of it is just inauthentic, manufactured stuff, like Frosted Flakes. It's shiny and it's at the right level in the grocery store for the kid to say, I want that.
Shout out to Kellogg's.
I'm actually endorsed by Kellogg's. That was my endorsement plug. Yeah, it's like they're very brilliant at playing on what we want and what we like.
It's formulaic.
Totally formulaic, and what's easy to get. And I just don't want to do that. I probably could do that if I wanted to. I could probably, and my brother has told me this several times, man, why don't you just move to Nashville, put together a bunch of 2-3 chord pop songs, with, not much substance, not much depth, and just kind of like, do like the sing about your truck and your childhood girlfriend and your grandfather and having a beer at the lake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just do it and just cash in. And I'm like, I just don't feel like that's what's going to make me happy. So what's going to make me happy is being whatever authentic version of myself I can muster out of this madness and give people that.
And I feel like our listeners have gotten a pretty good sense of that authenticity just in this interview. I hate to do it, but we're going to have to go to break. When we come back, we're going to have you play some music. Jacob Vanko here in the Super Sound Showcase, brought to you by Culture Fix here on WMBG. Stay tuned. WMBG, we are back here in the Super Sound Showcase, brought to you by Culture Fix. Back with Jacob Vanko, who is keeping us all on our toes because he is refusing to tell us what he is going to play. But first, we're going to practice some marketing right now, live on air. Jacob, you have a big performance coming up here. Would you like to tell the folks a little bit about it?
Which mic?
That one.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. We're at Kogan's last Friday of every month.
Okay.
My full band.
All right.
And we have the Big Bluesy coming up on November 4th.
Shout out to the Big Bluesy.
Shout out to the Big Bluesy. The Culture Fix and all those guys who organize these festivals up here have just been awesome with getting us involved, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yes, and we are equally grateful to Culture Fix for sponsoring this segment and making all of this possible. All right, so that was good. That was a good job. Just a little more tweaking, and we'll have that elevator pitch down.
I think
to
you
science.
can help me. I think you can help me with this.
I'm gonna work on it. Brevity is my ace in the hole.
All right.
Yeah. Facts. All right, so getting on to the music now, have you decided what you're going to play for us first?
Yeah.
All right, what are we going to hear?
The title of this one's been kind of bouncing around. Let Me Live, The Life I Got. I'm not good at titling songs.
Okay.
But so this is one I actually wrote recently. It's not going to be on my upcoming record, but it's one that's kind of hot point to what's going on in my life right now. I just lost my dad recently, and I've been going to and from Pennsylvania a lot to see him. And I wrote this on one of the trips up there in a hotel room with my girlfriend Alexa, who was incredibly understanding when I said, hey, I got an idea for a song, I need some time, and she's like, do it. It's amazing how much you realize you want to enjoy life when you're looking into the eyes of a dying man. So that's kind of where this song came from.
All right, take it away. Jacob Vanko here on the Super Sound Showcase, brought to you by Culture Fix.
I want to live my life like a building, part of a town I can't outgrow. I wanna do my time like an inmate, a model citizen on death row. I wanna stake my claim like a miner, digging for the answers and never gold. I wanna make my name like a story that's only sung, never told. So let me live the only life I got, and let me give the only fight I got to give. 'Cause I wanna live, I wanna beat my past like a statesman, elected on what lies ahead. I wanna meet my last charming villain and give the focus to my friends. I wanna cut my ties with the darkness, not the kind that comes at night. I wanna shut my eyes with assurance to know that all I see is light. So let me live the only life I got, and let me give the only fight I got to give. 'Cause I wanna live, I wanna break my hands like my mother, and do whatever it takes to get by. I wanna take my stand like my brother, and boldly march into any fight. I wanna take my chance like my father, and be whatever it is I choose. And I wanna make my plans for the future with the woman I don't intend to lose. So let me live the only life I got, and let me give the only fight I got, and let me live the only life I got, and let me give the only fight I got to give. 'Cause I wanna live, 'cause I wanna live, 'cause I wanna live.
Jacob Vanko here in the Super Sound Showcase, brought to you by Culture Fix. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you the man is a very talented musician. I wasn't lying. Interesting dude, great musician as well. What else you got lined up for us?
It's because Kellogg's bought me all those guitar lessons.
Shout out to...
Been investing for years.
You actually got your guitar lessons in a cereal box.
That's correct. That's correct.
All right,
Can't get this guy. Can't get this guy.
Nope, I'm all over the place.
All right.
All right, what else you got for us?
Let's see. All right, I'll do one that a lot of people like. This is one our band plays pretty regularly.
What's it called?
All the Same.
All right.
It's got more of a Latin feel to it. My blinds divide the sun's light, throwing patterns on the wall. Got a lukewarm coffee on a lonely day. I cough and cringe at thoughts that hinge on rotten things like love, like loss. They're all the same. Hey. Hey. It's all the same. All these games, and I want a place to be alone. I can't be there by myself, because I want everything or nothing else. Oh, static blazes from our screens, we make them seem illustrious. They make us crave the passing craze and lust, and it's all the same. It's all the same. All these games, and I want a place to be alone. I can't be there by myself, 'cause I want everything or nothing else. Oh. Everything and nothing else. Oh, yeah, and I want a place to be alone. I can't be there by myself, 'cause I want everything and nothing else.
Jacob Vanko here in the Super Sound Showcase. Man, you put on a heck of a performance. I tell you what, it's impressive.
Thank you.
He whispers sweet nothings into my ear through the microphone. You got time for one more for us?
Sure.
All right, what you got?
Let's see here. All right. You know that story before I told you about my piano teacher aunt?
Yes.
I wrote a song about her.
All right, what's it called?
The Garden.
All right.
And we were never introduced, but I've always known you. To be a kindred kind soul, never cold as far as the winter goes. Whoa, but I never got to stop to sing the blues in the garden where your music grew. Oh, and I feel lost, standing under a burnt out streetlight looking for a cause. Now your troubles are long since gone with the breeze that carried you on. Oh, whoa, but I never got to stop to sing the blues in the garden where your music grew. Oh, yeah. And I know we may be separated by time, but I can see so many parallel lines, and I'd love nothing more than to talk to you as a man. We both floated and faltered in turbulent waters and finally took a stand. Oh, I never got to stop sing the blues in the garden where your music grew. Oh, but I never got to stop to sing the blues in the garden where your music grew.
I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, we've had some good Super Sound Showcase artists come in here before. Jacob, you are easily up there among the best. We want to thank you so much for coming in.
Right up there with Jesus.
Exactly.
Me and him are tied for the top.
Among all the other prophets, yes.
Right, okay.
All the other deities, semi-deities.
Humbly speaking,
the most humble, as a matter of fact. If the folks want to find you on social media, follow your music and your tours and all that, how can they do that?
They could find me touring Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and Williamsburg. Big tour we got lined up. And my name is, I was lucky enough to get my name on all the social media. So it's just at Jacob Vanko, all one word, JACOBVANKO.
Wonderful. Jacob, thank you so much for joining us today in the Super Sound Showcase. You are awesome. Stick around afterwards because we got to get back into our insightful chat. Again, shout out to Culture Fix for sponsoring the Super Sound Showcase. We'll have another edition next week here on WMBG. We are Williamsburg's radio station, and we are playing the music you love.